there, it's Jan here at PLB Tennis Method Academy. In this session, I'm going to show you how to change that forehand grip so you can generate much more topspin on your forehand. So in this session, I'm going to help you to change that grip. Again, this is for all players who would like to have a little bit more topspin on their forehand. So basically, in a normal case of scenario, this is a player who has a kind of Eastern grip, kind of a Roger Federer grip, yeah? So the racket is much more open on the contact point, and you're trying to have a more topspin by changing grip to either semi-Western grip or the Western grip. Now, as we know, the Eastern grip is on this barbell, yeah? So again, as I always say, the V shape on my palm is on this edge of the grip. Yeah? So it'll be the Eastern one. So it's kind of that kind of a classic forehand in the way. Yeah? And now you want to go either to semi-Western or the Western. Now, disclaimer: if you're gonna change the grip, or if you're gonna try to change the grip, it's not going to be easy. It's one of the most difficult things to do, and it's gonna be really challenging, and it's gonna take time until you really get used to it. Yeah? So you're gonna have to be patient. From my experience working with my players, the best case of scenario was 1.5 months, more or less, until my players started to feel more comfortable with the new grip. Yeah? But I'm gonna show you a couple of tricks and hacks, what I do on the court with my players, that helped us to change it from that Eastern grip into the semi-Western, and in some cases to the Western grip. Yeah? So then you have really like the Western is the Nadal, semi-Western is the Djokovic, and the Eastern will be like Federer. So we compare these three grips to the players that we know. So in the case that you have that Eastern grip right now, it's basically you're hitting forehand something like this right now. Okay? You have a little bit of top spin, but not so much, and you would love to have a little bit more spin by changing the grip. So if you are okay with just changing the grip to the semi-Western, you can try it, yeah? But what's going to happen right now with that semi-Western grip is when the moment you're gonna try to hit it, most likely you're gonna hit the ball to the net. Because at this moment, the grip has changed and the angle of the racket on the contact point has changed with it. Okay, so the racket is not so open anymore, it's much more closed, so it's gonna be much more challenging for you to get the ball over the net. So, and also at the same time, it's gonna be very challenging for you to even keep that grip, because the hand naturally will try to slide back into that grip that you are used to. Yeah? But I'm gonna show you at the end of the session again a couple of tricks, what I do to kind of prevent this happening, and over the time, over a couple of sessions, much more sessions, let's say 1 month, 2 months, yeah, I would really, you spend time, if you're really determined, if you're really sure about changing grip, you work on it 1 month, 2 months, until you feel comfortable. So at the end, I'm gonna show you one little trick that can help you to fix that. So your hand won't be getting back to that Eastern grip again, yeah? So now let's say we have that semi-Western grip, and you are okay with it. What you want to do right now is this. You're gonna go, I have like 2 or 3 balls in my pocket here ready. You're gonna take a basket of ball next to you. You're gonna sit about 1 meter from the net, on your knees just like me here. And you're gonna try now with this angle to get the ball over that net. Let's see if I can do it. Almost, one more. So you can see it's quite hard, but you're trying to get it basically from around here over that net. If you can do that, now you see now I missed. As long as you're missing, you keep going. Huh? If you can get it like this, then you're gonna do around 20 to 30 balls every single time you step on the court before the session, just to really get used to the feel, because you're gonna be coming up. You have to now, with this grip, you have to get much more under that ball to be able to get it up, because the angle of the racket changed. And if you would be going into the ball like before, this way, you're gonna be always hitting the net. So you want to go from much more lower to high now, yeah? So it's gonna be much more low to high motion. Because with the change of the grip, it's not just that contact point that changes, but that the ball swing path has to adjust now in order for you to get the ball over the net. Because if you're gonna be going in like before this way, you're gonna be hardly getting the ball over the net, because with this grip, with this angle, it's much more challenging, yeah? You have to really start coming more from your legs and from much more lower to high. So you have to also work on the swing path right now, yeah? In some cases, even the contact point slightly changes a little bit, yeah? But this depends. You can see Djokovic perfectly hitting the ball away from his body, but then most of the pros, they're kind of a little bit closer to their body. So this is up to you. But you have to be aware that the angle will change. This is the #1 challenge. So I recommend you to do this exercise. But first, you're really getting used to that feel that you're gonna be brushing the ball much more this way. yeah? From low to high now, for the short strings basically. Once you feel comfortable with this, then you keep going, and given the fact that your hand is not sliding back to that Eastern grip, then you're just gonna go with it, yeah? Then it's fine. But if you're gonna struggle with this, then I'm gonna show you again the little tip how to avoid this, and then we'll see what's happening, yeah? So now, if you do struggle holding the racket, holding your hand on the grip in that semi-western position, yeah? There's two tricks you can use. You can use a sellotape, or you can use a little stick like this. I'm gonna show you the stick first. Put your stick here on the grip, in the middle, okay? This way, like so. You get the grip, and now basically, you're gonna be playing with that grip, and the stick cannot move. If the stick moves or falls, that means that the hand is trying to get back to that Eastern grip. So you want to prevent that. So you're holding it like this, and you're gonna be hitting again, first from the net, yeah? And then you're gonna move to the service line and then to the baseline, yeah? But only with the condition that the hand is not moving anymore. With this little thing, we've been doing it sometimes for weeks. Every session, the player just had to hold it there, and it cannot move basically, yeah? So as long as it doesn't move, then it's fine. So it's just kind of a reminder for your hand to stay locked in that right position, having that semi-western grip, yeah? And then you're gonna be fine. If it starts moving, then it's gonna get kind of uncomfortable, or it's gonna fall sometimes, yeah? Another way is to use this beautiful sellotape, and again, you can do this yourself, or you ask your partner to. Just basically, what you're gonna do, you're gonna have a semi-western grip again, or the western, whatever you're trying now. And you're gonna try to lock your hand in that position by taping it around. I've done this many times. It does work. Something like this. It's gonna really tape it there, so your hand just can't move basically. This is the more extreme way, but it does work again over the time. And again, you're gonna be trying to hit it just like this. It's gonna help you because the hand cannot even move now. Even if it's kind of gonna try to get back to that Eastern grip, it's not gonna move. Yeah? It doesn't move. I'm super locked here to the grip. I'm there, and you're gonna be playing with this as long as needed until it feels comfortable, even without the tape. Yeah. Now, obviously, as I said before, it's one of the most difficult things to do in tennis if we try to change the grip. So you're gonna be going. There is two ways how to do this again. You either go slowly from the Eastern to the Western, to the semi-Western or the Western. You're gonna go step by step. So let's say first session, you move just a few millimeters that way. Next session, if you feel comfortable with it, again you move just a few millimeters until you get there. That's the way number one. The way number two is the more extreme one, but again works in some cases, is that you move from the Eastern all the way to Western, all the way there. Yeah? You're gonna really struggle in the beginning with that Western to hit it. And then after a couple of sessions having that Western grip, you're gonna move slowly back to semi-Western. And then suddenly, because you were playing a lot of sessions with the Western grip, then the semi-Western should start feeling a little bit more better and more similar to the Eastern one you had before, if it makes sense. Yeah? I've done the both ways, it worked, but it took time. The second one, is when you go all the way to Western, and then you're gonna go slowly back to semi-Western, is where you want to be. That will be kind of a little bit more extreme. But again, I did it with a couple of players. It did work, but it took like 3 months. Yeah, for the player to really feel comfortable with it. Okay, so you choose the way that works for you. But it's all about, I always say, it's all about being very patient with the grip. Yeah, it's not gonna work that you're gonna say, okay, today I'm changing the grip, boom, change the grip, and I have it. No, you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss loads of shots. But if you're really sure that you want to do it, you stick with it, you go through, and you can use these couple of exercises that I show you. Yeah, it's gonna work for you. So you either put a stick there, you tape your hand, that's gonna also help you. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be all about really you taking your time, being patient, and go session by session. Yeah, you're moving. Option number one, moving slowly, millimeters by millimeters, until you get where you want to be, and until what really works for you and what feels comfortable. Or you go all the way to Western, and then you go slowly back to the semi-Western. Yeah? Or if you're gonna be okay with the Western one, also fine. Yeah? But don't forget that when you change the grip, you're gonna have to be aware about going more from low to high, because with this angle, if you will not get under the ball with your racket, you're gonna be hitting everything to the net. So be very careful about this, and you have to be very aware, because when you're changing the grip, the ball stroke can fall apart for some time. Yeah? I had some players coming to me, Jan, I've been trying to change the grip, but I can't hit the ball now. You have to keep going, you have to keep going until it becomes your nature, yeah? Until you're gonna be okay with it. I can hit the ball both with the Eastern grip, semi-Western or Western grip. I'm used to it, yeah? I've got the variety there and I can really sometimes change it, or you know, I can play with it. But usually I'm having that semi-Western grip. So if you like today's session, make sure to hit the like button, feel free to comment below, also subscribe, hit that notification button, and feel free to share with your tennis friends who can also benefit from this session. Also, make sure to check out my Tennis Fit app that is loaded with more than 200 training sessions, workouts and exercises. And also you can sign up for the 7-day free trial at my PLB Tennis Method Academy membership. There is more than 500 plus online tennis training sessions and everything that I've been teaching over the past 15 years on court. So, I hope this session will help your game and especially your forehand, and don't be discouraged, work on that grip. It is possible to change the grip, but you just have to be very patient. For now, have a great day and I look forward to see you in the next session for more, and let's start transforming your tennis game today.